Alright, this is Grayson with Garvin's Plumbing and Sewer. We are at 4042 South Argonne Way. We are pushed up 95 feet from the tap. We were originally scheduled to break the floor because of a blockage that we could not get to, and a suspected break due to previous evidence from another company. We have not had to break the floor. We've got the line open. This is a camera from the point of access that we are cutting in to the tap. From this point of access, it's 95 feet to the tap. There's a second clean out in the laundry room. That is about 77 feet from the tap, roughly. We're in clay tile pipe. Tap is clay tile. Looks to be in good condition. There's one section of roots that is left over that shouldn't pose an issue. Otherwise, we have no real bellies. There's an offset that's notable in one spot where it transitions, but otherwise the clay tile pipe seems to be in really decent condition for the age. I don't see any cracks or anything like that. This is a bit of an offset, but it's small, and shouldn't really pose that much of an issue. It doesn't have buildup in front of it. We ran a whole bunch of water while cleaning, trying to flush as much of the cast scale out as we could. The cast is in very rough shape, but currently is functioning. Small crack there, very small. So here's some of the roots that we got. Roots coming in the middle here, so there might be a crack with roots in it there, but very minimal. Shouldn't pose too much of a problem. This is a little crack on the right there, right in the hub. Cracks in the hub, it's not the end of the world. So inevitably there will be more work that needs to be done, but sewer insurance is recommended because hopefully we have a long time before anything happens again. So we should be coming up here 60-ish feet, yeah, so right here 60 feet from this clean out, or 40-ish, 40 to 45 feet from the other clean out. There is a pretty decent offset with a little bit of a separation. It's only got minimal buildup in it though, and it's not too hard to push past, even with my camera head. So, as long as the line is maintained regularly, as it should be, shouldn't have too many issues. I do recommend, if there is another issue, to possibly get a camera and a clean service done at the same time. The rest of the PVC looks to be in really good condition. And we're going to get the cast iron here in just a second. And our cast iron is pretty rough. So at some point I would recommend replacing all the cast iron and then the rest of the clay to have a completely refreshed sewer system. So right here, 32 feet from this point of clean out is a foundation. This is maybe 5 feet to 5 to 10 feet from the other clean out in the laundry room. Predominantly just scale buildup. We were able to get some of it out. Doesn't look like we have any rot channels along the bottom in this section. It's a little worse whenever we come back. So you can see there's a bit of a drop there, a bit of a dip, but it doesn't look totally abnormal. We should be coming up on our clean out area. As you can see, we have a little bit more standing water in the cast iron. The cast iron's got more flat areas, more things for waste to get hung up on, more low spots compared to the rest. So, but fully functional as of now. So here, about 20 feet, we've got our tie-in for our toilet right here. So this is where it's meeting, and then the clean out, it's hard to see, but it's above there on the other side of the toilet. Now here's where a bunch of buildup is still from scale from us cleaning this section of pipe. We have flushed a whole bunch of water, so if risers are ever installed, we might be able to jet this line from outside, but that would be the only time jetting would really make sense, and even then I doubt we could get it to go up the branch that we want. I'm going to flush more water to try and get this remainder out. We got almost all of it out. And as we can see, the bottom of the pipe looks okay. There's a couple sections like this one right ahead where it looks like on the right side of the pipe there's some kind of deeper grooves. Don't know if that is cracks and starting to fail. It's very difficult with all the buildup that happens on cast iron pipes, but you can see how the circular shape isn't really circular in some of the areas. This is where we have our tie-in for our floor drain here, I believe at 14 feet, right there. And then right to the right here, it looks like maybe a section of the cast iron might have a gouge or be exposed. Just very, very hard to tell. But since we've got the line open with almost total clarity other than some sediment, recommendations just to keep an eye on things and prepare for an eventual larger job where instead of doing a spot repair, we just take care of the whole thing. So we're almost back up our clean out here. This is another spot to the right there. It doesn't really look like a seam for the pipe, which makes me think it could be something going on. Otherwise the scale just grabs onto waste and makes it hard for hair and toilet paper to drain. So this is us coming up the clean out. It's been Grayson with Garbins. Thank you.